Hey, beautiful people, how's everything with you? Welcome to the Heart Hustle channel, your space to talk about feelings with honesty, no sugarcoating, and without romanticizing what's actually hurting you. Today's topic is serious, but necessary. Are you living a true passion, or an emotional addiction disguised as love? Because we're taught to romanticize everything. The attachment, the jealousy, the anxiety of waiting for a message. But is that really healthy love? Or is it a dependency that traps you instead of setting you free? Before we start, I'd like to ask for your help in boosting this channel. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way, this video can reach more people and our community can keep growing. Oh, and remember, here we talk about love with maturity, without fear of facing the truth. So, shall we dive into today's topic? Passion is intense, full of adrenaline, chemistry, desire. It feels like the beginning of a movie. Everything is new, alive, electric. But when does that passion start to feel like a prison? When does that butterflies in the stomach feeling become sleepless nights? When does the "I can't wait to see them" turn into "I can't think about anything else but them"? The difference between passion and emotional addiction lies in the effect that person has on your freedom, your peace, and your identity. So now, I'm going to show you the top 5 signs that reveal whether what you're experiencing is real passion or a toxic emotional cycle. And at the end of this video, I'll share a reflection that might completely change how you see yourself in a relationship. Let's go. Top 1. You feel anxious, not excited. Some call it butterflies in the stomach. But what they're really feeling is a creeping sense of anxiety. The difference between passion and addiction starts here. Passion excites you, energizes you, lifts you up. Addiction makes you restless, drains you, traps you in a constant state of needing to be seen, remembered, chosen. You find yourself checking your phone all the time. Your day only gets better if you get a message. Your mood changes depending on whether they reply or leave you on read. The most dangerous part? You normalize this. You think this pain is just part of love. But real love brings relief, not suffering. Top 2. You erase yourself just to keep the person. At first, it's natural to want to please someone. But there's a clear line between adapting and erasing who you are. In emotional addiction, you start to give up essential parts of yourself, just to avoid conflict or to keep them close. You change your style, your schedule, your opinions. You start saying yes to everything, even when your inner voice is screaming no. Your desires become secondary, your voice grows quieter, and your identity starts to fade. And deep down, you know this. But the fear of being rejected, seeming difficult, or being abandoned is so big that you'd rather lose yourself than lose them. Healthy passion is about mutual exchange. Emotional addiction is about silent self-sacrifice. Top 3. Your happiness depends entirely on their reaction. This is a subtle but devastating sign. You might start your day feeling good, but all it takes is a cold reply, a "can't today," or being ignored, and your world crumbles. Emotional addiction makes you a hostage to someone else's behavior. You no longer feel for yourself. You feel based on what they do. Your self-esteem becomes tied to their availability. And that's cruel. When passion is real, you're still in control of your day, your emotions, your choices. When it's addiction, you're only okay if they give you attention. It's like they've become your drug, and the lack of response is withdrawal. So you chase, you insist, you beg for just a drop of affection, even when you know you deserve an entire ocean. Top 4. You ignore all the red flags. They disappear and reappear whenever they want. They speak to you coldly. They treat you with indifference in public. You felt that something is wrong, but you ignore it, because addiction does that. It blinds you, deafens you, numbs your instincts. You hear advice from friends, but push it away. You tell yourself they're exaggerating. You cling to the few good moments, even if they come between long stretches of pain. True passion empowers you. Emotional addiction puts you in survival mode. And the worst part? You start believing this difficult relationship is the best you can get. Top 5. You're more afraid of being alone than being with the wrong person. This is the deepest wound of all. Emotional addiction convinces you that having someone is better than having no one, even if that someone makes you feel invisible, guilty, exhausted. You'd rather keep suffering than face the silence. You keep a relationship alive not because it fulfills you, but because you fear the void. And that's dangerous, because the more you get used to crumbs, the further you drift from the feast of real love. True passion doesn't demand your emotional health as a sacrifice. It adds to your life. It doesn't drain it. It expands your world. It doesn't shrink it. And it never makes you afraid of being yourself. If you saw yourself in any of these signs, take a deep breath. You're not alone. A lot of people hold on to relationships because they're afraid to face their emotional wounds. But listen closely. Loving someone should never cost your sanity. If staying in a relationship means constantly abandoning yourself, then maybe what you're feeling isn't love, but a desperate attempt to fill a void that only you can heal. Passion is beautiful, intense, and can even become love. But love truly begins when you learn how to love yourself first. Don't settle for being someone's almost when you haven't even learned to be your whole. So, did you relate to any of these signs? Have you ever been in a relationship like this? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might be the wake-up call someone else needs. And if this video helped you, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Here at Heart Hustle, we don't talk about relationships on the surface. We talk with depth, with honesty, because you deserve a love that heals, not one that harms. See you in the next video.